Tom Blanchard here with another episode of Thursdays with Tom, where I provide you with some helpful nuggets to keep those juices flowing and put more money into your pocket. Today, we're on episode 14 of our Ninja Nugget series. Working smarter, not harder. Something everybody wants to do. You know, last episode we talked about knowing your numbers and how big the abundance is in your market. Now, you'll recall from last week that the households in your database generate 15 transactions per 100 on average, or in other words, 15% of your database does a transaction annually. Your database also depreciates or loses about 15% per year due to death, moving away, getting in real estate, or the worst one yet, they use another realtor. So you're always needed to be replacing the natural shrinkage of your database. So what is the best way to do that, you may ask? Tom, what's the best way to do that? Well, let's get into that and how you can build your database by working smarter. Unfortunately, for those of you that don't like the word prospecting, it is truly the only way to keep replacing what you will naturally lose in your database, and the only way to keep building your database of clients that know, like, and trust you. I can tell you that even though all prospecting is good prospecting, some forms of prospecting have a better ROI or conversion ratio than others. So let's take a look at some conversion ratios, shall we? And let's start with the worst conversion ratio type of prospecting and work up to the most productive form. Now, with a conversion ratio of 2,000 to 1 is cold, direct mail. Now, for those of you that don't like to actually talk to people and want to just paper everyone's mailboxes, this may be the one for you. On the flip side, it is expensive and you need to put a lot of paper out there to get a deal. Now, coming in at 1,600 to 1 is everyone's favorite and most talked about internet lead generation. Everybody loves the internet lead generation. You have to go through a heck of a lot of looky-loos to get a deal in this one. Now, our next type of prospecting comes in at 500 to 1, and this is the one you see most agents doing. Cold phone solicitation. Again, a lot of calling to get into just one deal. Then we have at 100 to 1, a perennial favorite, door knocking. So if we were doing the horses, this still would be a long shot. Have you spent a lot of time trying to get face-to-face with a potential client? I have to say that this is the best of the worst ways to prospect, right? The best of the worst ways to prospect. So let's get into the really good conversion ratio type of prospecting, shall we? Now, here we go. Coming in at 50 to 1 is personal contact with friends. Pretty damn simple if you ask me. Yeah. Contacting the folks that know, like, and trust you. An easier call of conversion than with just some random person. And heck, you get to catch up with someone you already know and we're probably going to talk to. So next at 25 to 1 is ad calls. That's right. People still call on advertisement, be it on the internet or in the paper. Now we get into something that has sort of gone away with the advent of personalized for sale signs. At 20 to 1, it's, you guessed it, sign calls. A 20 to 1 conversion ratio. Let me just say this here. If you have listings with signs that have your number on it and you are not making sure you answer your phone, you are missing the boat and swimming without any life jacket out there. Craziness. Answer your damn phone. Probably the number one complaint and reason for losing a client or potential client out there. Answer your phone. All right, back to the numbers. Enough of my explanations. Coming in at 15 to 1, it's everyone else's favorite, open houses, right? This truly needs to be in everyone's business plan. If you're not doing open houses and doing them the right way, well, shame on you. Another one that has sort of gone by the wayside since the invention of the internet and coming in at 10 to 1 is walk-ins. Not really happening in a lot of places, but yep, in the old days, not so long ago, and still happens today in niche market areas, clients would actually come walking into the office asking to talk to an agent. Not something we're doing much of today. So, we're now in the top 3 ways to get a deal. Coming in at 9 to 1 is past buyers. 9 to 1. You cannot afford to just turn and burn in this business. If you want to have longevity and not just have to keep reinventing the wheel, you need past clients to use you. Next, and you probably guessed it, coming in at 4 to 1, past sellers. Again, you can't just sell them and leave them. You have already proven to them that you can do the job. Why not stay in touch with them and continue doing it great? Keep up with them so when the time comes, they come back to you. What a concept. Clients coming back to you. Who wouldn't want that? But we just don't keep up with them. So then we get into the best source of business at 3 to 2. Referrals. Everybody loves referrals. It's the most heralded form of repeat business and something everyone wants, and now you know why. They are great conversions. Look, all of these strategies work, but I would want to work smarter and focus on the ones that get me what I want, clients, without having to go through so much time, effort, and energy. Hence, working smarter, not harder. I am not saying not to do direct mail or work on getting internet leads. You need to do them all and see what best works with your personality. What I am suggesting is that you focus on the strategies and activities that produce the most fruit for your efforts. Have fun with prospecting. It's only a chore if you think it's a chore. That's all we got for this week. Look, next week we'll get into building relationships. Everybody loves to build a good relationship. So until then, keep on doing you, and we shall see you next week.